This is the evaluation for my A2 media coursework, and the task I was set was to produce a movie trailer. Along with that, to produce two ancillary products, which were a movie poster and a magazine front cover promoting the movie. So the first evaluation question I've chosen was in what ways does your media product use, develop or challenge forms and conventions of media products? So first off with the trailer, I feel that although there is a lot of films out there with trailers that reveal a lot of the key plot points within the first 30 seconds of a trailer, I've tried to steer away from that sort of practice, and because of that I've ended up with quite an effective trailer. I feel it's maintained its suspense throughout, which is what, although some trailers do it quite effectively, I feel that others really give it away and sort of make the whole sort of premise of the product void. So looking at Batman vs Superman more recently, so they did a massive reveal towards the end of the trailer, but at the same time it gave discredit to the film because it really sort of nullified any impact that the change in scenario had on the film. So I've tried to steer away from giving away main plot points in the film, but at the same time I've tried to maintain interest by holding a level of suspense that's not sort of previously been maintained in films. My film poster was interesting and it really sort of maintained the sort of rule of three sort of imagery, so there was a foreground, midground, background, but despite this I felt that it could be improved. So it's followed to the conventions, it's had a lot of the main convention points on there, so it's had a sort of main focal point, and then it's other than that it's sort of died away a bit because the lack of sort of detail I've gone into on my poster. Because of that there's not really a lot of evaluation between the two, but I feel with a lot of the main conventions of a poster I have followed, it's just the imagery I've chosen to use. So there's a main image on there, there's a title, there's a tagline, and there's a main credit sequence. The only thing I've not got there is main actors, but I've not got sort of any big Hollywood actors on there within the production, which is a common sort of theme for large films to use, as they feel it's effective in attracting large audiences. So what I'm going off is sort of the Paranormal Activity route, so looking at how it's a very low budget film but at the same time it absolutely boomed at the box office because of word of mouth and sort of no massive actors in that, and the sort of build up to that there's not even really a lot of build up to it. It was a film that came out of nowhere and subsequently it's been boosted as one of the biggest franchises of the 21st century. And my magazine front cover was, I feel, a very strong point of my media convention. So it followed all the conventions correctly, and as well as that it's held a sort of level of professionality about it. So looking at this, it's really helped me sort of boost the drawback that the poster could have potentially had. So it's a very effective image. The only thing I've sort of done is switched it up from the sort of previously darker sort of side of the imagery in both the trailer and on the poster, and instead I've looked at how this is a slightly lighter image and it gives maybe the impression that it's sort of lost in a sort of summery garden or something. So if I was to do it again I think I would have to change that, but I feel that all in all the magazine front cover does look very professional. It's got highlights, it's got all the right sort of article titles and bits and bobs like this, so by having it all merged together into one sort of product and seeing it look so effective, it's in a way it's made it very effective for me, and I've liked the way it's all clipped together into one final product.